Hey guys, Andy here, and today we have a new series to my channel. It's not new in the panning community, and this is going to be my version of Project Level Up. So if you want to hear my whole spiel about how I'm going to be doing Project Level Up, everything about it, then just stay tuned. Everything I'm wearing will be listed in the description box. And if you like makeup unboxings, project panning content, with just a little bit of horror sprinkled in, please consider subscribing, as I would love to have you here. Let's go ahead and get on into this intro video. So normally all of my intros would have came in January, but I was pretty jam-packed on things, and this is kind of a project that I kind of want to take a little bit slower, so I didn't know when I was going to start this, but I am pretty jazzed. So, Project Level Up, the basis of it is you randomly pick a palette, and for level 1, you have to use every shade in the palette once, and then pick a shade to pan. Level 2, use all the shades twice, 2 pans, so on and so forth. Most people go to level 5 and then they start back at level 1. That is how normally Project Level Up is done. But my friend Amy, from Amy Melissa, I will leave her tagged in the description box, amended the rules for this project last year. Since we don't love and aren't the best at hitting pans, and I just absolutely loved how she amended the rules and turned this more into a usage-based project instead. Because, yeah, I'm not very good at hitting pans, and if it comes, I'll take that back. I can pan makeup for everything but eyeshadow, I have found. I go through base products very quickly, my skincare really quick, not really quickly, skincare really quickly. Base products, I don't have a problem hitting pan on, and I don't mind hitting pan on it. For some reason, I just want to rotate through my eyeshadows. I'm not that great at hitting pan. So, I like that I'm going to be doing this as a usage-based project instead. So, for level 1, I'm still going to use each shade in the palette one time, and then I'm going to pick one focus shade to use for 5 uses. For level 2, each pan in the palette 2 times, and then the focus shade will be 6 uses, which actually that's what originally I had written down, but I think I'm already going to amend that. We will start with the focus shade being 10 uses, and then I think I'm going to go up by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So level 5 will be 25 uses. Yeah, I think we can do that. So 10 uses for level 1. 15 uses for level 2. It'll be 30 uses for level 5. 20, 25, and 30. I will probably just rewrite this out, but that is for a later me problem. So, I do have, after my palette collection and declutter series, all of my palettes are now correctly in my Tiny Decisions app. The only palette that I think I took it out of here is my Dude You Pan My Battleship palette, which is my Jeffree Star Bluebud palette, because I'm already panning that palette. That is a collab with DW from Dub's Beauty Diary. If you want to know more about that project, I can leave our playlist listed down below. I can leave her channel listed down below, but I don't want to be working on that palette in any other project than that one. So that is the only one that if I didn't take it out, I will veto it if it pops up. So palette roulette. Let's see what palette number 1 is going to be. I'll pan those eyeshadows. Palette roulette. Give me a good one. Oh, ColourPop. Oh my god. ColourPop going coconuts. I don't like neutrals. But I kept that palette because I love ColourPop's formula, and I figured if I wanted to keep one or two neutral palettes, like that was the neutral palette that I would want to keep. So I have to dig that out of my box. I'm sure you know what it looks like, but I am going to dig it out to show you what my palette currently looks like. Maybe we'll do some swatches, but I will be back in just a moment. Of course, it had to be one of the last palettes in the pile. So this is what mine looks like right now. Not super well loved. I would say I would only see a bit of disturbance in this brown. I see the biggest dip in this brown Nutty, and then for shimmers, this white shimmer. So just for continuity's sake, I do want to swatch the palette out because I think it's been a while since I've swatched this palette in its entirety. So we have Shredded, Palm Reader, and Coolada. Gotta get out a makeup wipe for the thingies. We have Lovely Bunch. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. We have Cocoa Crush and Shell Yeah. I do have to say I've always really enjoyed the three shimmers that are in this palette, so I'm sure one of my focus shades will probably be one of those. Then we have Get Crackin', De Coco, and Nutty. So that is the palette in its entirety. I do really like that sequin shade, which is the matte with sparkles. I always say I'm in the minority that I really like ColourPop sequin shades, so... But I am panning. I want to hit pan. I have a trio of neutrals. So I know one of my focus shades is going to be probably one of the two lighter shimmers, because this shimmer is very similar to what's in my trio. And if you would have asked me originally, I would have said Palm Reader because it was always my favorite shade, but just looking at them, I'm really vibing with Cocoa Crush. But I don't have to make any decisions right this minute, who knows. But again, the goal is to use every pan in this palette one time, and then I'll pick a focus shade to use 10 times. And I will update this. I will do my best to update this monthly. If I don't have a ton of use, we might just update this bi-monthly. We're going to feel it out. Like I said, this is kind of a project that I don't want to hammer in, but so bi-monthly might be best for me personally, but we got going coconuts. It could, I wouldn't say could be worse, but as of right now, I think I enjoy all of my palettes in my collection after I did my declutter, but we shall see. That's what this project is all about. I actually am now doing, which I got this idea from, I believe it's a beauty guru made me do it, where you list out all of your palettes, and these are just currently the palettes that are in projects. And so you can track what shades you've used. So for February, my color's red because Valentine's Day. So those are the shades that I've currently used. And yeah. So I have the first page here that is for palettes, and then I have a second page that are for singles, and these are the singles that I'm currently working on. So I figure as I roll things in, I will add them to these pages because I don't want to, it would take me forever, and if I'm decluttering palettes along the way. But I do want to get your guys' one opinion. Should I put my potted and liquid shadows in this as well? Or should I just stick to pans? Just for this, like, usage thing. Because I was debating on that. because I can always add that at a later date. For right now, it's just going to be pans, but I was teetering on adding those as well, just to kind of keep track and see, visually, what am I using? I want to get through my entire collection by the end of 2024 would be great, but 2025 is probably more realistic just because of all the projects I have going on. So let me know your comments and your opinions in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.